Prince William took Kate's Mother's Day photograph in just a 40-minute window on Friday before the princess edited it twice in Photoshop to make it the best it can be, it emerged today. The Prince of Wales took the picture of his smiling family on a £2,900 Canon camera before Kate made edits to improve the photo ahead of its public release on Instagram on Sunday. Kensington Palace aides are said to have spent weeks planning to release a photo of the Princess of Wales to quell vicious social media speculation about the nature of Kate's condition since her surgery in January, which has deeply upset and angered the couple. Instead, the rare royal blunder resulted in another public explosion of conspiracy theories. Six of the world's top picture agencies, including the Press Association, then sensationally pulled the photo from their wires and libraries amid concern that the source has manipulated the image. Amid the furor, the princess later issued an extraordinary mea culpa on Twitter and Instagram, admitting she edited the image, adding that she does occasionally experiment as an amateur photographer and apologizing for any confusion the image caused. Kate is said to have felt that honesty was the best policy and wanted to own up to the Photoshop blunder. The princess felt awful about the picture and had been trying to make it the best it could be, insiders told The Times, adding that she was thinking of her own children when editing the picture, hoping that they looked good for their own sakes. Publicly taking the blame for the furor, the princess wrote yesterday, "Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused." "I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day." Royal sources said the princess had made minor adjustments to the picture, which she and her husband had hoped would be a lovely informal shot to share on a special day. This was an amateur, family photograph taken by the Princess of Wales. Their Royal Highnesses wanted to offer an informal picture of the family together for Mother's Day, the source said. The princess made minor adjustments as she shared in her statement on social media. "The Wales family spent Mother's Day together and had a wonderful day. Despite calls for the original to be published, Kensington Palace said it would not be reissuing the unedited photograph of Kate and her children, which in itself sparked further debate. Last night the palace faced growing pressure over the debacle with claims it has been damaging to public trust. Palace aides did not spot any signs of Photoshop, but it's not believed the edits were made aware to the princess team before it became public. However, questions have been raised over whether the picture was too good to be true. One red flag might have been the fact the beaming family portrait was shot in such a short time on Friday. The busy schedules of the Wales family meant the picture had to be taken while everyone was back at home from various activities. A day later, Kate is said to have sent the photo out to her team. It's unknown whether any of her team could see that the photo had been edited on Photoshop, but alarm bells may have started ringing when courtiers discovered that William had taken the picture. Without editing, it would have been some feat for William to take such a captivating photo with all the members of the family simultaneously roaring with laughter. A plan was put in place to release the photo and a message from Kate herself at 9 a.m. on Sunday, but what quickly ensued was 24 hours of intense scrutiny as the palace faced questions from all angles over why the family photo appeared to be digitally manipulated. The row overshadowed yesterday's Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey, which was being led by Queen Camilla for the first time, accompanied by Prince William, in the King's absence as he undergoes cancer treatment. His Majesty recorded a video message for the first time instead. Yesterday Kate was seen in the back seat of a car with her husband as he left Windsor to travel to London for 2 public engagements. The Mail understands she was en route for a private appointment and she did not accompany William publicly. Kate was later spotted leaving Windsor in a car with William yesterday as he was driven to the Commonwealth Day service in London. The princess was not attending the service, but was understood to have a private appointment. William is set to carry out further engagements in London this Thursday. It is also understood that William and Kate's team of aides are restructuring, having advertised for a chief executive. Civil servant Jean-Christophe Gray had been William's private secretary until recently when he moved back to government. For now, William and Kate both have new private secretaries, with the prince being helped by Ian Patrick, a former private secretary to Lord Ashdown of Norton-sub-Hamden, reported The Times. Concerns were raised over a missing part of Princess Charlotte's sleeve and the misaligned edge of her skirt, with other speculation including the positioning of Kate's zip. The picture was released to reassure the public amid escalating conspiracy theories online over the state of Kate's health in recent weeks, but in an extraordinary turn of events sparked what is being dubbed Catagate and even Sleevegate. William and Kate have an established track record of issuing their own photographs, often taken by Kate rather than William, to mark special occasions including their children's birthdays. But the princess's confession raises questions over whether, or to what extent, the images have been altered in the past. Public relations and crisis consultant Mark Borkowski called the fiasco a massive own goal and said the unedited photograph should be released to regain trust. He said, "It's plausible she's at home playing with the computer and using an AI tool, but if they're really going to regain any sort of trust they should release the unedited photo. It can't be that bad if they just made a few tweaks." "I find they have risen to the challenge," provided the statement as an explanation. "The question is, with all the conspiracy theories running around, is whether people believe it, and I'm not sure that they will." Mr. Borkowski said the Mother's Day photo had exposed a public relations problem for the monarchy. "That's the issue, There doesn't seem to be that much joined-up strategic thinking at the heart of the royal family at the moment, which leads to these problems where it's a very difficult organization to manage in terms of PR. He added, "It's a nightmare. Even the softer stories of Edward turning 60 this week haven't really resonated at all because no one's interested in them. They're interested in the stars, they're not interested in the supporting cast, and that is a problem at the moment." They are under pressure, massively under pressure. This is a massive own goal. The controversy was overshadowing the Commonwealth Day service, one of the key royal events of the year. Heir to the throne William and the Queen gathered with the royal family in Westminster Abbey yesterday in the absence of the King, who is continuing treatment for cancer during what has been a challenging start to 2024 for the Windsors. Earlier, Kate's uncle Gary Goldsmith defended the Waleses and claimed they would not have been responsible for altering the image, adding, "The smiles on faces said it all for me. I thought it was beautiful." Sky News said an examination of the photo's metadata revealed it was saved in Adobe Photoshop twice on an Apple Mac on Friday and Saturday, and the picture was taken on a Canon camera. Under the licensing agreement issued to photo agencies for use of official royal photos, royal households usually stipulate, this image must not be digitally enhanced, cropped, manipulated or modified in any manner or form. Royal author Omid Scobie, seen as a cheerleader for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, accused the palace of having a long history of lying, and said gaining back public trust was now an almost impossible task. The princess is known to be a keen photographer and revealed in 2021 that she takes so many family photographs that her children sometimes object. "Everyone's like, 'Mummy, please stop taking photographs,'" she said. Kate underwent surgery at the London clinic on January 16, but details of her condition have been kept private, and she is not expected to return to official duties until after Easter.